Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football?
Here we go.
If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Burrow on play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he's going to get this done inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Mixon. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
And he'll take this into the end zone.
Joe Burrow.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? He coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Here we go.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The Bengals at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Here we go, After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
On 1st down, Wallace. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him. It's good for 12 and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Wallace. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Akers will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Akers again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Running left, it's Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On one, ready?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here we go, here we go.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11, 11, 11, 11. John.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
To throw on 2nd down, Wallace. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They'll run here with Akers.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's Akers. They try and run.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Out now, Andrew Mevis for the field goal.
This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
Mevis knocks this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
11, Thomas. 11.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Burrow will throw. And this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Here we go. 11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 MT.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
11, 11, 11.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
Stop. 12, 12, 12.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 27, Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11 MT, 11 MT.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow on first down. Dancing to his left.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second
Here we
down.
go.
Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
11, 11, 11.
First down.
Stop.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
11 Thomas.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
11 MT.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down. Wallace. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And some room to roam now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 51 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week,
11
he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw on 2nd down. Wallace. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And got his man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Gun.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 40.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in a yard. They go play action with Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Mevis knocks this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Now, Bengals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And some room to maneuver. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trey Hendrickson in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this one's high, but not very far. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
On 2, ready? 11. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here we go. 12.
To throw again on second down. Burrow connecting on the out route here with Higgins. Touchdown! T. Higgins from 13 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. It's Kirk.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Wallace. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in large part